weird that it is halfway.
Please select the type of your game.
What time is it? Any more
Who do you play as? Robert Lando. Fernando Almeida. Please select your challenging course.
So this comes as not a big surprise for any
USA. Grand Canyon Golf Course. Robert Lando.
extremely loud the audio for the game?
Fernando Almeida.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make that a mention in
Hole number 1.
the turf channel for Hammer.
Par 4.
Player 1, shot.
Good shot.
All right, looks like we have got the first shot of the day by Mike, playing as Robert Landl, the German Terminator.
And Hammer is playing. I honestly don't remember anybody's names in this game.
Let's take a look, and it is George Spinner, the young American hero. George has the most balanced power set of any of our Neo Geo Turf Masters.
I
But
do
that
believe
also-
it is 3 in all stats.
That is correct. Which is makes him a great all-rounder, but unfortunately also makes
Hammer
him
right in the bunker.
not great at finishing out any of the holes.
Hopefully the young hero showing this time will be better than the last, where with less trees.
We can only hope that the young hero has demagnetized his ball and is not going to run into the same problems. It's very correct, Tramp. All right, we are shooting from the bunker here. Let's see if Hammer can pull it off. Oh,
Ooh, you hate to
Un-
see it.
a narrow miss by Hammer, but it
Hitting
does
the hole.
it does bring him within spitting distance of that hole.
Birdie.
Mike putting it in for birdie here.
Player 1
Need
wins.
to message Hammer really quick.
All right, I will continue to commentate during that time. Returning back to the competitors as Looney Tunes conversation, that age-old conversational nugget, I would like to posit that Mike might just be Foghorn Leghorn.
Player 1, shot.
Looks like we've got Robert Landl teeing up. Let's see if he goes and bounces it off the column like a real man would.
Alright, I'm back. I apologize. I decided not to message Hammer because I realized how streams work. I only had a bowl of cereal this morning and haven't eaten yet, so this tequila is hitting me a little harder than normal.
Well, that is a golfer's diet, so I commend you on, sticking with the bit.
Yeah, I will finish this beverage and make some mac and cheese in a bit.
All right, let's see if Mike can put it away for Eagle. Oh, it's incredibly close.
It is right on the green next to the hole.
Second shot.
That
Now, I did
green,
see
of
that
course,
nobody-
manicured. Go ahead.
I did see that nobody hit it off the column there. I'm a little bit disappointed by both players.
That's very true. Oh, and
Ooh.
a second bunker of the day for Hammer.
Hammer
You have
just-
to wonder.
I think Hammer misses the beach and just wants to be in the sand as much as possible.
I think becoming a SoCal boy has made him find a new
Oh my
passion
goodness.
for the sand.
That's twice Hammer kisses the hole and just barely misses it.
What we're seeing here are the flashes of brilliance that led Hammer so far in the last Hayes Open.
Yeah.
We'll see if those coalesce into some real wins here today.
I mean, Mike is in a commanding lead right now.
Mike is absolutely crushing the competition. Hammer already on the second hole, having to give a game over.
Hammer is not pressing
press
start for some reason. Oh no. Oh no.
Hammer has 1
Oh.
second left.
I think he was just trying to add suspense to this game.
Showman through and through, that Hammer Gibbons.
That he is. That he is.
Player 1, eShop.
Now, if Hammer does get a hole-in-one, does he have to pay himself $1,000?
You know, I can only hope that Max's college fund becomes doubled overnight because of this win. Also worth noting that Mike choosing to employ the quick start strategy, not letting his opponent see the course or read the green at all before having to tee off.
Do you think that is something intentional, or just the way Mike plays, just fast moves?
I think, ¿Por qué no los dos?
Okay, Los Dos is a great response. Now, as a Looney Tune, I mean, Mike is always like a dark horse. Which dark horse character do you think that Mike would embody here?
I would have to say Mike is probably C-3PO during one of Dark Horse's numerous Star Wars runs before Disney and therefore Marvel reacquired the property.
Mike is in a commanding 3-0 lead against Hammer right now.
This is true history in the making, folks. I have not seen Hammer lose this bad, this fast in a Neo Geo match ever.
Player 1, eShop.
Again with that quick fire transition. Now, Arizona is, of course, Mike's favored course. He has been practicing for many days on this course, and I think that practice is really bearing fruit here today.
Now, you and I played in Arizona. Do you have any tips for Hammer on this shot here?
If Hammer wants to really, make this course his own, he's got to avoid those famous Arizona palm trees.
Yeah, and it looked like he didn't because it hit both the trees in front of him.
You know, in and of itself, managing to connect with both trees is a bit of a talent.
Hey, I would agree.
Fairway.
Now, this hole, I don't remember the first time, but I do remember trying to go for a swim in this hole the second time we played.
That is true. Mike, I believe, is taking note of the south-southwest formats and is factoring that in so he can just hug the curve of the river bend and set himself up nicely for entering the green on the next stroke.
Oh, let's see if Hammer also takes account into the wind. Oh,
Hammer shooting very low to slice through that wind and bounce the ball a little further than Mike. Of course, we've got a pretty strong headwind now. With a 9-iron, Mike would overshoot this hole a little bit, especially going over 100% like that.
it does look like Hammer in the chat did say that he is being made a fool of by Mike. And Hammer is doing his best, his damnedest. And it's fine. I mean, look, it is 1 or 2 strokes that he is winning by, but I mean, those 1 or 2 strokes matter a lot here. In match
Goodness. Hammer once again coming dangerously close to chipping it in from many yards away. All right.
Sabrina telling Hammer that she is not watching this baby all day without breaks for Hammer to lose. Hashtag free the fam.
All right, we've got a par 5 from Hammer.
Player
Let's see if Mike can put it in for the same.
Ooh, on the uptick. Like a true gentleman.
He was absolutely mashing that A button, Tran. I can tell you that from experience.
Now, Mike, although being a wild card, is also a gentleman.
Well, we have 2 very self-satisfied golfers here.
Look at these clown masks that both of these contestants are wearing. And it's gone.
All right, Mike still with a 3-hole lead. It is all on Hammer to fight back.
Now, Hammer is at a disadvantage because he is not able to talk with Mike and, you know, get in his head because he does have to be with the two of us when we commentate. So that may be a slight disadvantage.
You know, I hadn't considered it, but that might very well be what is tipping Hammer's game over into the garbage bin. A very
Straight into a dumpster.
A very interesting shot by Hammer there, scooting right over that hill with a low-flying high ball.
Low flying high ball.
That is correct, Tran.
Oh,
Mike
I thought,
not taking into account the wind.
I thought Mike was gonna go from one bunker to another. Just narrowly avoids it.
All right, let's see if Hammer reduces his club with a 120-yard capacity club and only 98 yards to go. He is choosing instead to feel it out on the meter.
Ooh, barely on the green.
You know, I couldn't say he would have done much better with the 100-yard club, so all power to him. Mike choosing to make a chip attempt here. And he comes out on the wrong side of the green hill.
Oh, there's a little golf cart that we're talking about that showed up briefly.
That golf cart is a automatic win if you manage to tag it with your ball. Mike reading the green, but not quite well enough.
Just barely missing the hole.
Hammer not giving any attention to the grain, and also kisses the hole. All right.
I think the nerves are getting to him.
You know, this is such a game of momentum, Turf Masters, and if you get thrown for even a little bit, it can spell disaster.
Ooh, Hammer with the par. Is this the comeback that we've been seeking?
Player 2 wins.
Well, if George Spinner isn't happy about that, I don't know what he could ever be happy about. He is so pleased there, his eyebrow is merging into one single unibrow.
He's just pointing backwards to his opponent like, look at this Joker back here.
We've got some celebratory coin entering there by Hammer. Chipping away at Mike's lead. Let's see if he can keep that up.
486 yards, par 4.
Ooh, let's see if the wind picks up on this course like it did for us the first time around.
With 5 mats an hour going directly against the golfers, they are already in for it.
Hammer with a stance change. And the stance change puts him right into a bunker.
I mean, without that stance change at that angle, he was going right for out of bounds. So
Sabrina not pleased by this playstyle by Hammer.
she keeps referencing this as a family channel, but I have to say, I'm not sure we've been cussing all that much.
No, I think she's more like, hey, you're dishonoring our family. This is our channel, and you're making us look bad.
It is definitely either that or Hammer cussing up a storm in real life.
That possibly might be it, but we cannot hear Hammer, which makes it fine, I guess.
Yeah. Looks like Robert Landon is going to go all the way.
Oh, reports are coming in that Hammer flipped off the stream.
All right, on the green for the German.
On the queen.
Let's see if our American young hero can do the same.
It looks like he's 69
Nice.
yards away. Nice. Ooh.
Oh! And he unfortunately rolls back on the other side of the green. That is not going to be a fun hill to climb.
Let's see how he compensates for this hill.
Looks like he's going to attempt a putt on the downstroke.
Oh, look at Hammer raging. Oh, we can see his... Oh, no! Oh, no. Hammer compensated too far to the left. Oh, and there's a face palm. Oh, he is very upset. He is throwing his controller.
Oh, but Mike!
Ooh. Mike allowing Hammer to come back.
You have to wonder if he didn't capitalize on that chance purely out of sportsmanship. And
Oh,
Hammer
Hammer
refusing to
skips
take
the
that
hole.
hand of friendship and giving up the hole.
He doesn't even want to see Mike attempt to put this. He
I
just gives-
have not seen a player self-destruct like this in years of commentating Neo Geo Turf Masters.
It looks like. Is Hammer the first person to give up a hole?
I believe he is the first person in recorded history to ever give up a hole.
Oh, and look at his face. He is crying.
7, 400.
That is the face of a man defeated.
Player 1, D-Shot.
But you know, he's not out of it.
He does have 3 holes. He's only down by 3. He could tie this up right here.
He is edging towards Dormy territory, but he's not there yet. Mike's stalwart drives, however,
Out of bounds.
out of bounds. Tran,
Oh,
you are absolutely right.
This is where Hammer could come back.
We'll need to see a Bugs Bunny comeback if ever there was one. Now,
let's see if he compensates for the wind at all. Oh, it looks like he maybe. Oh,
all right, playing it safe, allowing that 1-stroke penalty from Mike's out of bounds to set himself up.
Sabrina says, "I cannot believe I married someone who gave up a hole."
All right, and
Comes
Mike
right over bunker.
coming back with ferocity. It's really going to come down to the short game on this hole. 8 mats directly against our golfers.
And ooh,
Oh, once again, SoCal strikes.
if I
bring
if
the
I
Hammer right
count
into that
correctly,
stadium.
Hammer has been in 5 bunkers this round.
5 bunkers and 7 holes. You hate to see it.
And
All right, both
Mike
players,
barely misses the green.
both players flirting with the green, but neither making a move.
We should see some closers up in this. And
All right, we
on the
have
green for Hammer.
Hammer on the green. Let's see if Mike. Oh, he's going to
Oh,
putt
Mike's
from
going for a
the fairway.
Let's see if he remembers the way the hill was his position. Ooh.
Oh,
And if he compensated for the hill a little bit, I think he would have got that in.
you know, putting from the fairway is one of my favorite strategies, and it's nice to see that represented in another competitor here today.
Hammer making lewd comments in the chat, saying, "You gave up a hole, and now we have Max."
Oh Lord!
Buddy, this is a family channel. Buddy, this is a family channel. What are you doing?
Player 2,
Oh, you hate to see it. Centimats from the hole. Mike's ball just stops short.
Sentiments. I love it.
Bogey.
Oh.
And we have got a bogey from Hammer. Let's see if Mike can somehow tie this up. Oh no, not even going to have the option because of that initial out of bounds.
Prize 4.
Gus with the retort saying, "Surprised we have Max with how Hammer can't find the hole."
Hammer, despite winning that hole, is emotionally devastated.
Oh no. Okay, so hey, Hammer's still in this. If he could-
Hammer is absolutely
That's
still
balls.
in this.
600.
You're right. But
Listen,
we
the water in the middle.
come to one of the trickiest holes of the course. Now, this is one that I think Robert Landon has distinct advantage in.
And it looks like Mike is taking advantage of that.
Player 1, D-Shot.
We'll have to see what Mike does here. The wind is not highly favorable, but it's also not hurting him.
And ooh, slightly past. All right, well, we need to see what both the contestants do. Are they gonna try to pass the water, or are they gonna?
Now, Tran, this is such an interesting choice.
Now we did get word that the arrow is 130, and if the players do take that into account, they could hit it clear of the water.
Hammer is going right into the water if he hits that. Oh, Lord.
No, I think
No?
he made his he changed his to a
smaller
I don't know what
club.
it is, but it is a smaller club.
Now, Mike has an opportunity to just whack it right over.
Mike could just clear this path if he chooses to.
It seems he has taken the more cautious route, however, perhaps like a coward.
Both players are cowards, you say?
Oh no, I think Hammer made the smart decision. But Robert Landell, there it is.
He heard us and is trying to.
Now he will have to. With only 3 seconds left, can he get a hit in at all?
And he does, and ooh, just barely. in front
All
of the
right.
fire.
Like a true blue chicken, he has remained on this side of the lake.
If it were my option, I would have went for it with the new information provided.
I agree, Tran. I agree. Hammer sending it right up the hill. Still on the rough, but he is in the final drive for sure. Mike is going to need a near perfect hit here if he wants to retain his lead.
Oh, he's on the queen.
That is a queen that he is happy to see, to be sure.
Now, if Hammer can make this in right here, it will just end this.
We have seen nothing but fantastic chips from Hammer all day. And this is another one. Oh, you hear it.
Against the
You
flag.
hear it connect with the flag, but it does not go in.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Now we've got a long putt here by Mike. If he can sink it, then the match is his. I'm not sure that's going to be enough. And it is!
Oh no, you hate to see it. You hate to see it for Hammer.
Not if your name is
All the
Mike Haviland.
fans. If you're the Mike fans, looks like Mike wins. Oh,
Flies
oh, Hammer taunting, pretending to be excited, but then thumbs downing Mike.
Game over.
All right, well, we
Is he
have
Is he even?
we have a rage game over. Not going to play the rest of the course out.
Now, let's have Hammer unmute here so that we could come into the commentators.
Let's get Hammer over into the commentator's booth and get his reaction.
Can I force unmute him? No, I cannot force unmute him, unfortunately.
Hammer, are you with us?
No.
Well,
Tell us what happened in the first 3 holes there.
we were
That is
positing
You did get 5 set holes there.
five bunkers in 8 holes. That is an impressive statistic, to be sure.
I believe so. It says they're saying that they cannot hear you in the chat, so you might have muted your mic on stream.
Sorry, folks, I'm back.
So, Hammer, I have to ask, is your recent move to Southern California at all influencing your predilection for sand at this point?
That's a great question, Matt, and I think the answer, like all answers, is fuck you. Next question.
Do you think you will ever recover from this loss?
No, I don't. I think if we ever do another tournament, y'all can count me in because this is bullshit.
Now, I mean, you are the host of this tournament, so
I'm not shutting it down, but I'm really tempted to do so.
now, this is actually a question for your wife, Sabrina. Sabrina, will Hammer be sleeping on the couch for disrespecting the honor of your family?
We'll see. She might come in and answer. I doubt it. We'll see. Probably she's not going to answer it.
While we have you here, Hammer,
Mhm.
who do you like for the rest of the tournament? Who, as a commentator and then also as a player, have you gained any insight into who might be taking the whole thing?
You know, this may be controversial, but Mike's looking pretty strong. I mean, look, the guy's getting birdies every fucking hole, doesn't make any mistakes. I think he made one mistake the whole game. The dude's looking strong. He doesn't do anything fancy. It's actually kind of boring to watch him play, but, you know, you can't deny that the cat might win it.
Yeah, he is definitely a great contender, and I mean, I was very excited watching his plays because he did
No, were you?
As they do say, destroyed you.
Well, I mean, if that's something you find exciting, then yes, this would have been an exciting game to watch for you.
It felt like Mike was playing in the MLB and you were a little league player.
It felt like I was one of the people who just picked up the game for the first time tonight, and he's one of the professionals, when actually he just got the game last week. I already played in a tournament for this game, which I also lost. Yeah, I don't know. I
All of us did lose other than Haley. Haley was the only winner of that tournament.
I guess that's true. Yeah. Today's I sponsor Kirin Ichiban for my level of play there.
Kirin Ichiban. All right. Well, I was stone cold sober while I played, and I lost pretty poorly. So
Yeah, I mean it could happen to anybody.
yeah.
At least I didn't lose to Gus.
Well,
Fired against Watt. Not
I hope that small bit of solace keeps you warm on the couch.
Oh, hold on. We have Sabrina and the baby joining us. Coming
I don't want to be near you.
to be near you. You are such a little dear. He is our son. All right, Max, what do you think? Well, if that other guy was bad, you fucking garbage.
It's literally sad.
Can't believe it. I think I'm gonna get a new daddy. Hey,
Now,
is there room for me yet?
this is a question for Max. Actually, Max, has your father's horrific loss put you on any form of JRPG-esque mission for revenge?
My loss put you on JRPG Mission for Revenge. Yes, actually, I'll be killing Mike before my 13th birthday.
Ooh. So are you saying the Haze Open 2033 you could see Mike getting decimated by you? Is that what you're saying, Max?
No, I'm literally going to kill him before my 13th birthday. This is a recorded threat on the internet. Honestly, issuing food from me, Max Gibbons.
Giving like a bottom lip here. Or he was.
Max looks so
I mean, bodily harm.
He is so
legitimate
on the camera.
he is ready for revenge. Max,
Mm.
Okay, bye.
Mike, if I were you, I would sleep with one eye open. Look at that face.
Yeah,
Don't
that,
forget, motherfucker. For the one
that is the face of a baby who's going to drive 17 hours across the desert to get here to Texas and seek retribution for his father.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, Mike does respond with, he is shaking. Although Mike does claim to be Max's dad now after just destroying Amber in the tournament. So.
Assuming fatherhood was not a
Nice.
stipulation I knew about in this tournament, but it very well might be one that comes to fruition.
But you know what? That's just what can happen in the Neo Haze Open, y'all. And we're gonna take a 30-minute break now for lunch. We'll be back with many more exciting games after that. Yeah.
All right.
It's not-
You heard it here, folks.
It's not-
30-minute break for lunch and refreshments, and then we will see you for the second round of the tournament.
If it's still fun, if you don't think it's fun anymore, you can just stop watching, you know?
We will still be here, but if you choose
We'll be here. I mean, maybe we'll be here. If you don't think it's fun anymore, though, maybe we won't be.
One thing is for sure, Hammer's Lunch will not need any extra seasoning because he is bringing the salt himself.
It will be drenched in salt.
down here,
Folks.
salt is a way of life.
Yeah, that's right, Tran. And to add on to that,
All right, it seems that everyone is muted, perhaps also myself. So we're going to call it there. See you in 30 minutes, everyone.